Ahoy hoy, it's Norm from Tested.
And Frank from Tested.
Frank from Tested! Today, Frank and I are here at Designer Con, which is a big convention full of artists, like the artist alleys of Comic-Con.
Yep.
Except one convention full of that.
It's awesome.
It's so awesome. We're gonna chat with some artists about their work, so stay tuned. Here with Brandon Griffith, who your brainchild is comic bricks.
That's correct.
And we're at Designer Con, and a lot of people don't think of Lego as design because you have either things that people look at the instructions to build, or when you're doing mosaics. It's not like sculpting, but it is sculpting.
It is, in a way, yes. Yeah, we are like basically the only Lego booth here, our Lego themed booth, I guess I should say. We started doing this about 4 years ago at Designer Con, bringing mosaics and different things, trying to integrate into the design scene here at Designer Con. And about last year, I came up with the idea of doing comic bricks, and comic bricks is essentially replicating comic book covers, our favorite comic book covers, in Lego, and putting our own artistic Lego spin on it.
And there are so many iconic comic book covers. Everyone has their favorite.
That's
you
right.
talk to any comic book fan, you're going to get Demon in the Bottle. You're going to get like Akira, some classic Nick Fury, some like Infinity Gauntlet, right? Things that people like.
That's right.
The older comics, they had to use the cover to sell the comic. And to recreate that with Lego, you could also do a whole, like there's so many different styles. It's not just mosaics.
No, exactly. And like, to me, like, a comic book, right? You really have to judge the book by its cover a lot of the times, right? So you see an amazing cover and you pick that up and you're like, well, I'm going to buy this because it looks great. And so that idea is kind of what drives me and a lot of the other Lego artists is, we see cool art from, Sterling, Kirby, Stranko, all those guys, and we want to pay tribute to that. And so where our artistic, I guess, side comes in is where we each individually have our own styles of building, and just like each one of these artists have their own styles of drawing the different comic book covers. So some of us do mosaic style, some of us do minifig heavy creations, some of us do abstract kind of just using random pieces to create colors and shapes. So it varies. Not all the comic bricks are the same size, not all the same color, it's the same design, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, some of my notice are like dioramas, where it really is a minifig scale. The comic book cover may be this big, but it's a diorama representing the scene that's on the cover, telling that story, bringing it to life in 3D. Some of it is trying to get that one-to-one from the title to
try to be as accurate as possible.
I love that, where they're busting out. It's almost like 3D glasses, where from far away, you're going to get those big blocks and shapes. You're going to get the whole sense of what that cover is, and they're recognizable.
Well, that's one of the cool things about Lego is it allows you to be a little bit forgiving, because it also gives it a little bit of fun to the design too, because you can basically take a comic book cover, and then capture the idea, the essence of it in Lego, and maybe have a goofy face or have, a interesting part use or something like that. And, and like you said, like we have some here today that are just, very, couple inches tall, and some that are, 18 inches tall.
Right.
I generally like to encourage the artists to keep it about the size of the comic book, if not lower, but I don't want to crush the creativity, obviously.
Are there any specific pieces here you'd like to call things that when you saw it, when the artist brought it for the show, you're like, wow, they didn't do this last year. It's awesome what they did.
Well, Peter Abrahamson did a great model for one of the Star Wars comic bricks, where he detailed out all the lettering. I also did an Infinity Gauntlet cover. I myself did a few of Cataclysm, which I'm a huge Galactus fan, so as soon as I started doing this, I want to do some Galactus-oriented covers, and the first year I really didn't get a chance, and this year I kind of started branching out into that. Peter Abrahamson did an interesting take on Hulk #1 using Duplo bricks, which is not a typical element that most of us use. Most of us use the standard Lego bricks, and so that to me really stands out.
Still the Lego family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it all works together, and it integrates, and it works out great.
And it feels really accessible. I know
Exactly.
you guys as artists, Lego artists, you have like a lot of creative skills and a lot of experience putting these things together.
Yeah.
But someone can look at this and say, oh, I want to try this too. And you're encouraging them to take a favorite comic book cover and
Exactly.
build out. So what tips would you have if someone wanted to build their own comic book cover?
Well, the first thing is the cover itself, right? I mean, there are millions of comic book covers out
Yeah.
there. You can go to any comic book store and see, find, raffle through. That's where I always start. I always just keep in mind, like, I have my set of favorite covers, but also looking for just striking covers that look great, covers that really stand out to me, and covers I think will translate well into Lego. And then my next step is I decide if I'm going to go minifig scale or if I'm going to go more artistic, abstract scale. Mm-hmm. And that really kind of dictates the size, the scope. If I'm going minifig scale, obviously all the minifigs need to be the same size, and the characters around that and so forth. But the good thing is there's a huge variety of Lego minifigures now, both DC and Marvel. It's just a good amount of parts available where you can pretty much create any character you want. So you're not just limited to that. We have people doing Akira here, and like you said. And so it really, once you start just picking a cover and start building, your imagination just opens up.
Awesome. Is there any place online where people can just see a gallery of current covers and past covers from this project?
Yeah, you can go to comicbricks.com. Right now, it links to a Flickr group, which we're all been posting into. And then you can go all the way back to the original Comic Bricks, which was the first one I ever built was Wonder Woman 266. I actually built it as a gift for my girlfriend, and it just kind of sparked this idea of kind of doing more with it, right? And then I started telling other people about it and other builders, and they just seemed so excited and that's how it evolved. But yeah, comicbricks.com. You can see all the models from last year, and soon you'll be able to see all the ones from this year.
And hopefully we'll see some models from you guys out there for future comic
And
bricks.
it's an open group, so feel free to build your own, publish it to the group,
Awesome.
and join in the fun.
Thank you so much, Brandon, for
Thank you for
sharing with
having
us
me.
the project.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you guys next time on Tested. I'm Norm. It's Brandon. See you guys. Bye.